When I got fired from my Wall Street job and decided I wanted to be a tech entrepreneur, I quickly went from a state of overconfidence to feeling like I knew nothing and I had to learn everything. I started reading books. The first and most influential book at the time I found was 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss. And the next two were Rework and Remote by the 37 Signals guys. They really shaped my psychology about how I wanted to do things. I'm currently on a path that's very different than what these books advocate. I'm going for $1 billion in under 12 months, but the bootstrapper within me lives on. What do I mean? Even though we're hiring very rapidly, for instance, I'm growing revenue faster than expenses. We hired 21 people. It cost us $1.54 million. We didn't hire anyone else until we grew our ARR to $1.57 million and paid them back. So we're going to continue to invest aggressively, but at a rate slower than our revenue growth, so that we always have this incredible free cash cushion, which is what was instilled to me by these books. At the same time, we're expanding headcount rapidly, which is not what these books advocate. We're putting the necessary building blocks in place to build a billion-dollar business. So why am I going to bootstrap and never take investor money while building this billion-dollar business? Number one, because I think it instills more discipline. I've just watched it happen 100 times. The second investors write you a check for millions of dollars, you start doing all sorts of crazy stuff. You get a crazy office, you hire a bunch of employees you don't need, you start taking everybody on crazy trips. It's basically that documentary WeWork to some extent. When it's your own money, you just treat it differently. I promise you, you treat it differently. Number two, independence or control. Guess what, guys? I can do whatever the fuck I want. And that is super valuable. It helps me sleep at night. There's nothing else to say other than that. Number three, I will tell you, dividends are awesome. This is a great reason to bootstrap. You can get rich while you're growing your business. Investors aren't going to let you do that. I promise you. Number four, your ownership percentage stays very, very high. Typically, to create a billion-dollar business, CEOs are left with 5%. I'm going to be left with a lot more than 5% when this thing hits $1 billion. I promise you. Number five, incentive alignment. It's very easy for me to align our executives' incentives with my incentives. How do I do that? I just give them equity, and they want to crush the same way I want to crush. When you throw investors in there, they have a portfolio of companies like yours, and they want you to go to $1 bajillion or bust, which is not what an employee wants, and it's not what I want. So there is incentive alignment. Number five, or maybe this is six, it's just amazingly fun to run profitable companies. I mean, there's a macro thing going on right now where this is going in favor, but I liked doing it even when it was in style to burn money. It is just fun to have a business that is printing cash. Full stop, exclamation point. I will never back off this point. Follow me if you want to watch me bootstrap $1 billion company in under 12 months. My name is Adam Robinson, and I am signing off.